How's it going, everybody? Vegeta saying what is good to all my Super Saiyan homies, and I'm here to do a fun little comparison video because if I'm being honest with you guys, it's really hard to do fun teams right now. It's really hard to pick like a fun team to run and run them. Like I was even having trouble doing a LOE showcase. I had an LOE showcase put together and I just didn't end up uploading it because the matches weren't great. Like the matches I found were not great at all whatsoever. So for this, we have a little bit of a longer video. There's going to be 6 matches in this because I am, like I said, comparing two versions of the same team. So as you can see before you, I have Future right in front of me. However, this version of Future is the all hero variant. Well, I'll call it for lack of a better term. The reason I call it that is because for the red, purple, and green slot, we have the Future Coup, we have LF Vegeta, and we have support Vegeta over here, who I know he's not a support type, but I always call him support Vegeta because that's what he does. So we have the 6 of them, you know, obviously alongside VB and Trunks, and then Goku Black is literally just here for, if I could just show you guys real quick, I actually like running him over Mai because he does give double defense buffs, as opposed to Mai is just giving the 1 health buff. She gives a solid health buff, don't get me wrong, but I like just having the double defense buff, and he's just slightly higher than what I have for EXL right now. EXL, I have it 3 stars, so I think it's 24%, whereas he's 25. And then I've got the villain variant of Future. This is the variant I actually kind of prefer, if I'm being honest with you, because I really love to run Zamasu, and this Cell is my comfort zone. So if I can run, honestly, the red, green, purple in this squad, I tend to be pretty content with that. But I also tend to bring Trunks a lot of the times, because, well, quite frankly, he's a tanky boy, he's got some heal capabilities, and, I don't know, he deals with Super Saiyan 3 pretty well. So without further ado, I'm going to shut up. We're going to hop right into it. Like I said, 6 matches, 3 with each team. I did not record them out of order. Like I recorded, because I ended up doing 5 matches for each. 2 of them were just not worth posting for either of them. But did 5 matches for each. I won 8 of them. 2 of them just weren't worth posting. Or sorry, I won 7 of them. 2 of them weren't worth posting. And 1 I lost was a laggy match, so I wasn't going to post that. So yeah, we're going to hop right into it. I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so first match, we've got a long one. I apologize in advance for that, but this is, we're up against a Regen team, which I always love to see, because Regen is my main, or like through and through, I should say. But I haven't been playing them of late just because of Super Saiyan 3 and Gohan. It's just it's not safe. They're not safe right now. So we're kind of going in a little bit. We're both kind of making some early mistakes. You know, just doing little things here and there. And I have to say, I have to respect that he's running Yellow Cell as well as 21. 21 is still a really good unit, if you ask me. You know, she's still got a lot going for her. But you know, she's also getting a little old for the meta, and so I don't know. That's kind of neither here nor there. So here I try to catch him with a cover change, but you know, it doesn't always work like that. Shit doesn't work the way you plan. And right there, just bad at reading inputs. That's the other thing. Was, you know, not to make excuses, but I was recording this pretty late, and you know, you get some lag here and there. You know, around like 2 in the morning, it just kind of screws you up. So there we have a little clash, which I cannot win for my life. That's the funny thing about clashes. I don't know about other people, but for me, I either like I do really well with a clash, or I don't. Like I'll either get like a 995 or I'll get 880. You know, like there's just no in between. So that's kind of the one thing I love about Cell's First Life. It does help like with living combos like that. And this is kind of what I'm talking about with 21 being kind of outdated. Like, her blast damage was not doing a lot, and like I remember her being pretty tyrannical in her damage, like all around when she first dropped. So you know, it kind of is what it is, but she's still just so good. So with that, we're able to pull off the feint. Now I love this card for Cell, that green feint card. It's just so useful, and I often forget that it's not the card he had, or it's not his green card in his first life, and so like you'll see me pop the green and be like, oh wait, no, like and especially after I've already drawn a blue, it doesn't always work out for me. So you know, So there we see the tackle, and I drew the strike just a little too late to be able to counter it. So we're going to take a little bit of damage here. But his cell was only, if I remember correctly, it's either 6 or 7 stars. So it wasn't like he was going to be doing a lot of damage regardless to the Zamasu. Even with type disadvantage, it's pretty much going to be reliant on that nuke. And that cell is still a monster if you ask me, but if he got a Zenkai, like he would just dominate. So I'm kind of waiting on that. But we got the red cell, so I doubt we'll get him anytime soon. But I actually voted for him on the last survey to get a Zenkai, not the red cell, so I was kind of disappointed. So there you'll see another tap clash. I've been trying to get better with my reactions to tackles and read them a little bit better. And there I thought I dropped the rush, but it worked out just all right. Now I know we've been doing no rush up until this point, but if you ask me, I just have been doing that just because Cell's first life. You want to get Cell's first life out of the way before you rush, and it's nice because it keeps the rushes to kind of later points in the match like this, but it just kind of helps out. So start doing a vanish tap, a nice little thing. Try to catch him with the tackle. If anything, it's just going to give us the vanish right there, but it doesn't matter because he is able to switch out to 21. And here we are going to catch him with the counter exchange, but this is where having like a blast heavy deck comes at a disadvantage. Because right there, I could have got the key cancel, but there wasn't really much I was going to be able to do, and you can see he was able to get priority there. So 21's going to come in, do her thing, come after Trunks. I was the one who popped the rush first, so you can't really be mad about it. And it really depends on the match. Like, sometimes I'm like, if it's been going on for a while, I'm like, okay, like, I need to end this. And that was what the initial goal was for me rushing first here. And it kind of works out, because even though this is a 7-star 21, she's not able to take care of Tanky Boy over here. So once again, we got a nice little tap clash, and like I said, had I been better and hit the strike attack, we would have been alright, but I think it was just we went for the same idea of trying to bait with a tackle, and ended up clashing instead. And so we're going to get a little bit of damage here, and once again, going to take the cover change. Now, here, I know you can't always follow up with a blue card, but I do like to follow up with a green, because if you're following up with a green, you're severely hurting their key, and they were already comboing before, so you're pretty much putting them in a position where they can't do much. Now there, he timed that blue card really well. Like, I was fairly certain I had got him, but that green card, not so much. So we're going to be able to take care of 21 right here, and we still have the main for Zamasu, which is actually pretty nice. We're able to bait out the vanish, kind of do our thing pretty early on. Now, I tried to go for a main pop here, but he actually had an extra blast, so it is what it is. But, he doesn't have much left in the tank because he's been comboing for a little bit. So obviously I can't draw the ult right here. And once again, it's just able to get a nicely timed little green card here. Kind of help himself out, because if I remember correctly, that does some nice little buffs. So we're able to bait out the vanish. And now I thought I was going to be able to catch him on that with the key cancel, but I guess he was able to get in nice and quick with that key blast, and he's able to get his nuke off. The only thing that's nice about this, though, is that with not having the nuke, there's not much he's going to do, but we're able to get him on that little tackle that we know he's going to go for, and end it with our own little nuke. Alright, so next up we've got a nice little fusion match, the typical trio. What can I say? He got Vegito Blue, Super Vegito, and Kefla. Mr. Auto Combo is going to come in, do his thing. So we're going to try and at least do okay with that. And we're actually going to tank this, Big Bang Kamehameha pretty well. Now, I thought I had timed that right, but I guess not. And we're just kind of doing a little bit of a dance there, a little bit of a switchy dance. But anyway. With that, we're going to be able to kind of come in with the Vegeta and see that voodoo that we do so sweetly. So, a couple little stupid mistakes going on right here, kind of costing Vegeta some health, but he's not the worst person to go for. And again, that was one I thought I was going to get him on the second sidestep, but I went a little too early on that one. So, just some stupid stuff. So we're going to switch into the Trunks right here, just to, kind of tank this as best we can. And, this is really not going to do anything, especially because we have those 2 green cards in hand, which I'm going to pop and make my opponent very upset because they pretty much just wasted their main, especially because they wasted the heal for that matter. So there we're going to do all right for ourselves. We're able to kind of deal well with a nice little weight and go with the switch. And we are just going to straight up nuke Kefla. We are just going to run up to her, throw this bitch in the air, wave her around like she just doesn't care, and blow her to fucking bits. And so that's going to be a nice little thing. Because while we don't have a vanish right here, we're going to do okay. So this man's rushed me on a tackle, which is some crazy shit. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that, and I was just so caught off guard. But we're able to guess him out, you know, and it's just kind of, it is what it is. But, you know, Vegito Blue do what Vegito Blue do, and kind of baits us out. So we still, surprisingly, are up by 3. Now, had I gone for the strike there, that would have been just fine, because I would have been able to clash, you know, and do all right for myself, you know, kind of maybe take the priority back. So we are going to just drop in here and kind of screw with him a little bit, you know. Now, once again, we're just making some bad timing here. Again, the match was recorded at 2 in the morning, so I wasn't necessarily doing my best work just there. We are going to be able to use his, his own thing to our advantage. His own main ability to our advantage, and that's going to be a nice little thing because we still got type advantage here. So, you know, why on earth would I switch out to Vegeta? We've just baited out his vanish. We're in a pretty good spot right here. You know, it's not like what's his face is going to be coming back anytime soon, and we actually do a pretty decent job of just kind of taking care of that tackle early on. Because again, other than shooting at a blast, there's not really much he's going to do. Plus, he just used all his key cards for a combo, and we're going to be able to get a perfect vanish to finish the job. Alright, so this was actually a really good match to go into. Starting off with some really early mistakes, and Vegeta is just going to punish here. So we're going to switch in. He does do a decent job of dropping the combo. I didn't think he dropped it. I thought I got him with the cover change, and I had the blue card to back it. But, you know, things happen. So he's just going to come in, and VB's going to do what VB does. He's going to auto combo and just kill everything in sight. And Zamasu is just not going to be happy about it. So this is what I hate about the game sometimes. You'll sometimes go for like a key cancel or something like that, and you'll get a double input like that. That stuff drives me absolutely insane, because it's like, there's not much you can do about it. Or like there, I went to do a charge, and for whatever reason, because it registered it as just a tap rather than a charge, it gave it as a tackle, and I lost the priority there. So this is just a really good example of, you know, Legends just kind of like dicking around, you know, not really being great on inputs. Now I'm not sure if this was due to lag or something like that, but it wasn't great. I love Cell's blue card because it does act as like a nice little counter. But you know, obviously it's going to end the priority right there. Not that we really had much of one going, but you know, we're just trying to do as much damage to the Vegeta as we can at this point, especially because he's the only thing that's really threatening to Goku Black. You know, if we can get him out of the way, we can do a pretty good job. Now there, I don't really know why I pushed the rush button, but it ended up being Karma because he ends up rushing me. And so we're going to go in and just try and guess for a strike. You know, he's a blast-oriented unit. Maybe he's going to try and be shifty, and he is going to be shifty, though, with a blue card. And that's something I also should have guessed as well, because he hadn't really used one until that point. So he probably had one in hand. Just poor prediction on my part. So we're going to go from there and keep going. And we're going to at least be able to finish off the Vegeta here. You know, kind of put ourselves in a nice, decent position to maybe make a comeback if we can. We get a nice perfect going. We're able to pop the main. And, you know, do all right for ourselves going forward. Just be able to kind of do what we do. Now, not charge stepping here really kind of bit me in the ass. Because that's going to give him a chance to kind of live through stuff, as well as guess out that tackle. So the potential was there. Had I done, you know, the key stepping or the charge stepping, we definitely would have been able to at least get a strike in, and that probably would have ended Vegito. Now we are able to kind of outlive his combo here, just barely, and sort of go in for stuff. However, you know, a poor tap call, had I gone for a strike, we could have at least gotten a clash. Things would have looked a little better for us. So we're at least able to go in, do a little bit of damage, you know, not much. And I'm kind of forced here to use the rush, because, you know, there's not really much we can do. Hoping to at least take out the Goku Black. However, Vegeta Blue is already back, so we end up wasting the rush here, and not really putting ourselves in a decent spot Plus, getting our rush guessed, you know, is just never a pleasant occurrence, and Vegito is able to end it out. So I have to say, this was definitely one of the better matches while recording last night. This was just a lot of fun. This guy was really, really good. So right there, we're able to capitalize on the tackles and start doing really well. But immediately we get strike cover change because I'm stupid and forgot to drop the combo. But, you know, whatever. So we're going to do a nice little switch in there. I believe he PV'd me there just because of the way the cancel didn't really register at first. But because of that, we're able to kind of get Vegito out of there and just let him let Trunks get comboed by Super Saiyan 3 for a little bit. You know, just kind of tank out some of his damage. But he is going to build up a rush really, really quick. Super Kaioken's going to come back and just, you know, make a woman out of me. We are going to do some nice damage right there, but because we're just drawing green cards, we're actually going to put him in a good position to pop his endurance, and so he does. You know, kind of shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit there, but there really wasn't any other card to do it, or to do with. Otherwise, we were going to drop the combo and just leave him in a much better position. You know. So we're able to kind of do a little bit of damage going in, not capitalizing too much. Deal with that a little bit, and once again get strike blocked because I kind of struggle with going in from that first Ki Blast to a strike. I do a little bit better going from like a close range Ki Blast to a strike than I do from mid range. I'm always worried about dropping the combo just from like waiting too long or whatever. So right there, we're able to get a nice Ki cancel in and get a nice clash. And this is a nice little setup because we are able to just barely make do and throw out the main to just get absolutely annihilated on here. Because really whoever was coming in was getting annihilated, and I didn't think Super Kaioken was going to be able to come back in. So we were just going to be able to throw that main from long range and get rid of that pesky fucking cover change, you know? So we're able to get him with a Chicory here and go in a little bit on SSJ3, start putting up some good damage, you know. But he does bring in the Super Kaioken, and we somehow end up dropping the combo here. I think I wasn't going to draw, or I think I thought I wasn't going to draw another strike. Yeah, like I thought I'd use it all in the main, but, you know, c'est la vie. And it really ends up costing us here because he's able to throw out the rush. Now, obviously, he's rushing Vegito, which is not the worst thing in the world, but we're not able to predict it. And it's just going to be just enough to really kind of take care of Vegeta. Unfortunately, it's not going to take care of his Dragon Balls or anything. It does give us a nice little heal, but that's about it. Now, right there, I'm not really sure what happened. You know, I thought I hit the strike card, but I think maybe I missed tap or something like that. Or I just didn't even click the screen. I'm not sure. But, you know, it was pretty odd. So we try to bait him out with the Vanish there. It doesn't end up working, and ends up costing us right here. Because Super Saiyan 3 is able to come in and just annihilate, you know, just do his thing. Really go nuts. Especially because even now, like, we're at such a point where that main's going to do everything. Now, we could have probably brought in Vegito and maybe saved him, but I didn't want to risk it, especially because I didn't have the main anymore. And, you know, it was probably going to come down to him last man standing, which, you know, so it does. Now, the sucky thing is we didn't have any type of strikes whatsoever. So I went in for this under the impression that, you know, I could probably get in a decent combo and take care of Super Kaioken. The endurance was already taken care of. You know, figured just rushing will at least take care of Super Saiyan 3, you know, do the job. But the thing is, we're kind of left handless right now, and the only thing we're able to draw is a Chicory, which is just going to really just, it look not so nice, and so, you know, he's able to get a couple blast cards in. Now, the sucky thing is I think I could have dodged that blue card just there had I not gone for the strike. But, you know, it is what it is. C'est la vie. Sorry for the little loop on the match. It's, again, post-commentary. I will see you guys in the next one in a couple seconds. Okay, so we're up against a nice little God Key team here. And like I said, I just keep bringing Trunks. You know, he's pretty good. So there we're able to visualize on the tackle and start putting in some nice little damage. We don't really have much in hand right now, so we're just going to go for the final flash and do as much as we can. Bring him down pretty low pretty early on. We're able to get another perfect out on him and really just get rid of that Rasengan nice and early. We're really just handing out perfects here. And there, honestly, I should have dropped that combo, but for whatever reason, we're able to get it in. I'm not sure whether he was waiting or something like that. But we're able to do all right for ourselves here. So once again, just handing out perfects. We're going to transform. you know, get in that extra ki to try and get that ki blast. It's not quite enough, but he does throw a tap blast, and just because of the timing, we're able to get him nice and early on. So right here, we're going to throw out Trunks. Just give him, you know, something to work with if he really wants to. Give him a nice little Shuriki strike. Go straight in, pop the main, and see how much we can really do with this. You know, toss that bitch around, wave him around like he just doesn't care, and blow that fucker to bits. That's not going to be enough to take him out, but we still get the Vanish. You know, he's going to try and bait out our Vanish, and we're going to get a perfect once again to end it off. Alright, so final match of the video. We are just running the Blueberry Boys, going for it. We're able to do a decent job of taking care of that tackle, and I'm not sure what happened there, because that combo shouldn't have dropped. Like, I don't know why that strike didn't register. But we're able, once again, it's just kind of like some weird little things. Now, it does kind of end up working out. We're able to balance out, or bait out the Vanish there. And whatnot. And Zamasu is going to come in, you know, kind of do his thing, and we're going to get a nice little weight going there, as well as bringing back Goku and pretty much putting Vegito right back to being ready to go just here. So I haven't quite switched out just yet because I wasn't quite sure what he was going to go for, but he does manage to bait out my Vanish nice and well. Now, once again, I think he's just going for the covers here. I don't think he was predicting what cards I was going to use. He was just kind of going for what he thought was going to work. So we end up just kind of going for what we can go for here. And the main's already drawn, so I'm going to get rid of his Vegito. This way my Goku is nice and safe, and his Trunks is just going to be in a not so comfortable position. So, you know, I don't like to try and go for the LF either, especially because I mean, let's be honest here, that main is a nuke. Now I do end up wasting a Vanish here, and that does kind of cost me a little bit, puts me in a little bit of a tricky situation with Zamasu. But if there's anybody we don't mind losing, it's Vegeta, because he's gonna take care of those Dragon Balls. He's gonna heal people up. However, he does not combo the main because he did not queue it up right. So we're able to do pretty decent for ourselves there. We're gonna switch into the Goku and get in a blue card, but we once again drop the combo. Start comboing in and doing our thing and get the forfeit. So that's it for the video, guys. I will see you in the next one.